Here's my 1982 Virago Yamaha 920. I'm going to try to install the fix for the starter problem. It spins like the dickens every time. The bike's in good shape. And so here's the fixes that I'm going to be installing. I've purchased a rebuilt starter. This one's a little weak that's on the bike. And then the 3 shims to go in the starter. And then this power clip that's going to help the gears engage. Okay, I've taken the foot peg off, taken the cover off to get to the clutch here to disconnect it. I've disconnected the battery already. I've got these T Allen wrenches that's going to be handy for these 13 bolts that go all the way around, and I've made a little diagram here and a piece of cardboard to stick them in so I get them back into the exact same place. I've taken the shifter off here, and so making progress. I'm going to be taking the oil out here before too long when I just slightly get this loosened, and we'll keep making progress. Okay, while this oil was draining out of it, I decided to try to put the shims in. What a chore. Took it apart. This is the rebuilt starter I've purchased. Took it apart and the 3 shims go in here, and the seal was really tight. I had to hammer it off. And then getting it put back together, there's several gears inside of here, and there's a metal catch piece that has to go in there just right. And so it's a chore to get it all put back together. I think I got it accomplished. So now I'm just going to simply put it back together here and put some electricity to it, see if it turns around. Got the oil all drained out here. There's actually more of these than I stated, so it's a good thing I've got my cardboard piece here, and I've added a few, but I keep sticking these bolts in the various places, and I think I'm getting close to getting the side cover off. I got smart with these Allen bolts pretty quickly, because this was a booger getting them out with this T-wrench here. But I just got one of my small ratchets and it worked much better. Okay, I think I have everything out of it. All the bolts should come off here. A little bit of oil leaking out. Looks like it's coming off okay. Just getting clearing the gear shifter. Okay, I think that's it. Band-aid fell out from somewhere. Okay, so now here's all the starter parts over here I'm going to be working on. Let's see what this looks like here. That's the spring I'm going to take off and replace. Feels pretty tight. I was hoping it'd feel loose. It goes on like that, and this goes on here like this. This is where it just grinds and grinds. You can see it all shiny and beat up right there. But I'm hoping it's not beat up too much. This bike has only about 4,500 miles on it. It's 1982. It's been used very little. So I'm hoping that I can just replace this clip with that power clip, what they call it. Oh, here it is. It's power clip. It's supposed to change how it engages with the starter gear. So that's what it looks like. Well, there it is. I've got it all put back together. There's the new clip, spring clip. That's part of the fix for this Virago starting problem. Put the shims in the starter, and the starter's already in over there. Got it replaced. So I think I'm ready to put the cover back on it and hook up the wires and the cables and put oil in it and see what it does. That's a magnet right below it there, that black block down there that collects metal pieces. So I got that cleaned off while I was in there. I don't think there's anything else to do while I'm in there, so I'll close it back up. Oh man, what a chore getting this cover back on for me. All those gears and the spring clip and getting all the steel rod that everything rotates on, getting it all lined up with a slot back in the engine and a slot in the cover. Keeping those all tight together and getting this cover on was a challenge. But I finally did it, and I had to get quite a bit of help from my wife to get that all put together. So now I'm going to go around and tighten this all up, put some oil in it, and see what happens. So I tried it several times. The starter gears engaged every single time, and I'm thrilled. As you can tell by my family, I start projects and they don't always turn out very well. But this one just took right off. It took about 6 hours probably. The biggest challenge was probably getting that cover back on, getting all the pieces to hold together while I slid the cover on. I certainly watched Dr. Virago's videos. He's with Virago Tech, the website and the forum. I think he's one of the main managers of that site, or one of the main contributors. And so I watched his videos, and that was very helpful. So I replaced the spring clip, and then I put 3 shims. These 3 shims. Sometimes you hear people putting just 1 shim in, but I did put all 3 in that the Yamaha engineers recommended. And I did put a rebuilt starter on it. And so I'm very happy that it turned out, and I think it'll start when I push the button now. Very good.